Yeah, yeah. Oh, wow, oh, wow, oh. Yeah. Yeah. See, bestie. Well, we are back in Indiana. We are back in Indiana and we are finding friends like Open Table and other good people in Indiana. Yeah. We'll be addressing the issue very quick here and be out of here. Because it's Saturday, we have a lot of things to do today. Unusual time, but we will manage. We will manage. Liberian community of Indiana in the courthouse. The administration won the case. So we are going to talk about the case very briefly. Because we got some people out there parading with their usual arrogance, misinterpreting common English, spreading lies and falsehood. But for those people, that's what they dwell on. They dwell on division. They live in their own bubble and create their own facts, which cannot come to light. I hear others calling themselves like, we are talking about, they are jack-o'-lantern. Jack-o'-lantern. If you don't understand proper English and you call yourself like you are jack-o'-lantern, You are not liking the Liberian community in Indiana. For you to call yourself light is to be used to light, not to be dwelling in darkness and doing things that are not right to bring a community down. And you got defeated massively in the court of law. You know, America is a country of law. You can't go through this, say, I say, we say in this country. You got to come with the facts, the evidence. We have the court ruling. We have the Anthony motion for the case to be dismissed. It's all here. It's right here. People are running away with the motion. They are running away with the motion from the Anthony according to the facts. Some of these people, they got to understand the very basic things about law. It's just like, it's just common sense is not common for some people. It's okay to read, but reading with comprehension and understanding is very important to a civilized world and to any civilized human being. If you are just going to read and not comprehend well, you are lacking a very, very important ingredient. And that's what people are doing in this community in Indiana. But it's good for us to be back home. You know, we are still in the community. We are not out here officially. One foot in, one foot out, but we stay here. We stay in joy. Indiana will always be home, of course. My parents live here. My family live here. So when we are in Indiana, we discuss Indiana and talk about other important things. Gotta take a break from our basic schedule and discuss these things. Liberian community of Indiana in the court. The judge dismissed the case and the administration won the case. Robert Carey, sue LAR. He decided to waste the money. The money been working hard for. That money can work for somebody in the village. But no, he decided to be very vindictive. Try to act like he had something important to put out there, wasting his time while the community is bereaved. The one thing he had going for him was a group of false prophets and architects, of those who are used to darkness. For some of them, they have made a name for themselves, spreading lies and falsehood. They seek validation in every way, shape, or form. It's okay for you to sit back to allow others to acknowledge you. You don't always have to stand out in a gallery and say, look at me. This life is very precious. You have to live it the right way. Because the truth of the matter is, you cannot bury the truth forever. Sometimes it will be slow, it will take time, but it will catch up with you. And so our best to try to be at peace with all men. But shout out to EULA representative. EULA is having a big program this weekend in the East Coast. I cannot be there. EULA was talking about the general body of Liberians living in America. This is EULA rep for Indiana. Jan and Deb Bolola is right here. And he's out there with the president of Indiana. Shout out to Jan. Jan, tell what's going on, what's been going on this weekend. You guys arrived in the city yesterday. So Let's keep the ball rolling.
Yeah, let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling.
Yeah, you guys arrived in the session.
I just picking time from the General Assembly session, to come on and update people and update our people as to why it is happening with EULA, convention that is going on, and also to give my 1 or 2 cents, like I would say, 1 or 2 understanding of the ruling, of the court ruling that was discussed. They gone, was that Thursday? Yeah, they gone Thursday, so EULA, we got here in New Jersey, Pleasant Town, right in Atlantic City, New Jersey, yesterday, safety with the president of the association, the Librarian Association of Indiana, Mr. Julius Parker, with the First Lady, Mistress Sonny Parker. We are here. We are the total delegate that came from Indiana. We are in the number for 6. So it's Mr. and Mistress Parker, myself, Jigbe Sosa, Rachel Agba, and Jeremiah Agba. So we are here representing our noble community, the community of Indiana, the Librarian Association of Indiana. We are here representing the Librarian Association at the level of EULA here through the convention. And yes, last night it was an honoring program. It happened out here last night. Our community was honored and was certificated last night here, and the honoring certificate was received by the Honorable President, Mr. Julius Parker. And as we speak, our delegates are in the General Assembly. The General Assembly is going on right now. Then tonight, it will be the convention ball will take place tonight at 7:30. We are right here in the city of Atlantic City. The city is called Pleasant Town, right in Atlantic City here. The community is called Pleasant Town. So we are here, representing Indiana. Indiana community not going nowhere. I can rest assure you. Those that, spreading all lies out there about the association, that the association need to be dissolved, that the association need to be broken down, all those lies, they will live with it, and the association will stand. Like I always tell most young people of our community, our forefathers, the founding members of the association fought hard. We might not see it as something, 100% good right now, but at least we have something to hold on to, and we'll build on it, and we'll continue to improve on the foundation that was laid by our founding father, and we'll make it better as time go by. Every leadership, I would say, is not 100%, and we're not looking for 100%, but we're looking for consistency, and we're looking to, we're looking for ways to always improve ourselves and the association. So we are here representing the Librarian community of Indiana in New Jersey, Atlantic City.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. A shout out to the Honorable President, Mr. Julius Parker, and his wife, First Lady, Madam Sonny Parker, and Jeremiah Agba and his sister, Rachel Agba. Shout out to you, Jan Boulay, for always representing the Liberian community, standing tall. Despite all the criticism, you are still moving strong. We need people like you to keep things rolling. And shout out to Jibwe Soso as well. We say you guys out there should be careful and be safe and enjoy, and always put the interests of the community forward first and foremost. Yeah, let's get into something very quick. We are not going to be over here for long. Shout out to Arsenal won today, so shout out to Arsenal, of course. We are a big Arsenal big fan right here, and shout out to my entire group of people from Dove Kingdom. We are talking about St. Michael. Man, St. Michael is showing now this weekend. Love St. Michael. St. Michael is part of my foundation. Very, very important part of my foundation, St. Michael. They are showing out. I'm enjoying to seeing old friends in uniform. And that's good. I mean, bring back so many memories. Back to the community of Indiana. Let's discuss the judge Kerry one member of the community decided it was a brilliant idea to take the community to the courthouse, and he sued the community in the midst of everything the community was going through. The Liberian community in Indiana, Liberians living in Indiana, they have been dealing with a lot of debt. Man, an entire year of burial, just death upon death of me there. So all those who left us and are gone to the other side, may they rest in peace, first and foremost. So the community community here in Indiana is really doing. They are not doing okay. First and foremost, too many, too many to count. Bereavement, funerals, wounds. They are still fresh. Like I said, our entire year of going through this, one after another, one after another, one after another. But in the midst of all that, we have somebody that is taking the court, the administration and the community to the courthouse because he believes he is a light, even though he is a jack o' lantern. Uh, and he decided to take the community to the courthouse, supported by a very group of interesting people. As some you will expect to know better. Some you will expect to keep the community at heart. Some you will expect to love the light rather than darkness. But like in everything, we should understand that when you are dealing with people, an individual, whether it be a pastor, reverend, a doctor, a lawyer, engineers, social worker, anybody you are dealing with for that matter, you have to understand that you have to deal with them with some level of caution, and you have to manage your expectations because we are often disappointed when we have such high regard and expectation for people and we don't manage them well. So Mr. Kerry is enjoying the comfort of some false prophets, fake people, and people who dwell in darkness. And the one place they will always like to survive is in darkness, is to bring others down, is to degrade others, to drag others. And he has found his footing in that area. So he took the community to the courthouse. Man, we are not talking about some kangaroo court here. We are talking about people who read the law and for years and understand the law to the T. Like so, it doesn't matter why you have a funny name like Joseph Azigizana or whatsoever. They are not looking at your status or your immigration background, whatever it is. They are going to apply the law. That's the thing about America. America, with all its imperfection, is still the one country that all of us admire when it comes to the law. We have been seeing it happening in America. Great men, they are facing the law. Great men, the law entangled them. Great men left and they are confirmed in prison or because of the same application of the law. And that's what America is about. So when Kerry took his case, Robert Kerry took his case to the court decided to give him a listening ears. So I will allow Yan to go and talk about this case a little bit, well, because he is a ULA rep and he's serving this administration, and he will tell the entire thing what went on, how this case was resolved. I have the ruling here. I tried to share it. It's not working for me to give it to you guys to see the ruling and to read it on the screen.
If you can just read, it's not that long, right?
No. Two important points here. I'll just give it quick before Yan
yeah.
Okay, so the court ruling to dismiss. First of all, the lawyer for the administration, he filed a motion to dismiss this case. And the court went ahead and said, and the court, having reviewed the filings in the case pertaining to the defendant's motion to dismiss, now found, that's number one, that there are two very important bullet points. Number one, that plaintiff Kerry claims are properly classified as a derivative claims of the Librarian Association of Indiana Incorporation, and that plaintiff Kerry lacks the required standing in order to prosecute the derivative claims on behalf of the association, and has failed to comply with the requirement of Indiana TR 23.1 and has failed to comply. That was the reading for the point number one. Two, that there is no just reason for the delay and final judgment in favor of the defendant, initial judge and Julius K. Parker. Initial judge is the bullhead, and Julius Parker is the president of the administration. On the plaintiff Kerry's claims the plaintiff Kerry claims should be entered by this court. So the very first bullet point is very important here. The first thing he did was he put the claim and that Kerry took to him, and he classified it as a derivative claim. And he told you that Kerry lacks the required standing in order to prosecute on behalf of the association. He lacks the required standing to prosecute on behalf of the association. And Kerry has failed to comply. So not just lacking the standing, he failed to comply. So you can go ahead and I will address this later on. And I'll give you where they are misleading this community from the motion. But go ahead.
You know, when Kerry filed the first thing that Kerry wanted to do is to put an injunction. When Kerry sued the community, the first thing he wanted to do is to put an injunction on the induction of the new bowl. That's the first thing he did, and the judge denied that. They just threw it away. Then the second thing was to put an injunction on the organization account for money to not leave the account or money to not come into the account. The judge looked at it, excuse me for my language, said this is foolishness. I'm not going to grant it. And Kerry continued to be vindictive. And one time, if you can recall, I said to Kerry on the same platform that Kerry, you are lucky the judge is being so lenient. If there are some judges that I know, they will put you into jail for some time for wasting their time. Because you have no standing in this case. This case is not going nowhere. And we told Kerry vividly that case was not going anywhere. And the last thing that the judge continued to, give Kerry the benefit of the doubt to prove himself beyond reasonable doubt that, whatever he talked about in his filing is legitimate and not just word by mouth. He should present evidence, something in law they call proof it beyond reasonable doubt. So you got to prove evidence. You got to present an evidence that going to, prove your claim beyond reasonable doubt. And the judge later on look at it when the lawyer of Mr. and Mr. The president and chairman, former chairman, or the initial judge, when the lawyer look at it and say, there is no, nothing here to talk about, so the case should be thrown out. And the judge granted that. And the judge looked at it. And today, we're seeing Mr. Kerry passing around parading in the corridors of the community, calling himself the light because he carried the community to court. He carried the association to court. So anybody that carry people to court or carry the organization to court, you consider yourself to be lying. And they calling him courageous truth teller because he said that, oh, the judge throw the case away because per the Constitution, there is no membership status. The organization belong to the board of directors. So there is no membership status. So that's why the judge just look at it and throw the case away. So now they're basing their claim on that issue, passing around. From the ruling that you just read, I didn't see anything about membership status. I didn't see anything about the founding of the article of incorporation for this association, that the judge based his decision, his or her decision. I don't know the judge is a male or female. His or her decision on the article of incorporation or the clause in the Constitution that say there is no membership status of this organization. So he passed it around. He said, how can people not be members of an organization and pay due? And at last, they came out and said there's no membership status. So they are preaching the as usual division, that people should stay away from the organization. They should not pay dues. They should not be members of it or attend any function of the organization because they're not members of the organization.
Okay, I'll give you a little bit. Let me give you a TR 23.1 -1 why the judge said he failed to comply with. This rule is the broader rules, right? There is a federal conduct compared to this federal conduct by extending to a review of shareholders or members. So when you're talking about shareholders and members, and they are running with the claim, because the TR 23-1 spoke about shareholders and members. You see where Kerry got the thing wrong is that he took the case, and Indiana Association or area, there is a unique constitution. The constitution, you can argue, there is a need to restructure it, there is a need to amend it, there is a need to work on it. But in the entire constitution, now I was on the constitution committee to amend it. I was the co-chair of that. I read the constitution back to back. The entire constitution, there is nowhere in that constitution that a single person can wake up one morning while you don't brush your face or brush your teeth or wash your face and just work on your PJ and then go downtown and say, I'm suing this person or I'm suing this administration. There's nowhere a single person in that constitution can just wake up from their bed or their car or wherever they're coming from and just go to sue. Nowhere in that constitution. There's a proper channel in that constitution. Now, again, you can argue that the constitution governing Liberians in Indiana, there's a need for it to be amended. There's a need for us to go back and revisit it. It's like since 2012, I think they fixed that. But there are some loopholes and lapses and some error that we can straighten. But the judge ruling wasn't concerned with your constitution. Membership. The membership aspect was not what he was really referring to. In the derivative claims, there are two types of claims: the derivative claims and a direct claim. A direct claim here, in a direct claim, you will be trying to sue an association or organization or entity or whatsoever on behalf of yourself. That's a direct claim. On behalf of yourself, saying, okay, I was wrongly treated, this and this happened to me. That's a direct claim. But when they classify your claim as a derivative claim, they put it in a very unique and peculiar way that Kerry, he has to really understand that in that particular classification of the claim, if he was a smart man or he had any good sense of thinking beyond his feelings or listening to others around him manipulate him and play him like a pawn on the chessboard, Mr. Kiri, long time we have walked away from his lawsuit. Because in that derivative claim, you cannot carry or prosecute on behalf of the association. That's why the judge just tell you, you lack the required standing. The people who can do that is in your constitution. It's not a single person in this community who can just wake up and go and do that. No. Not group of vindictive people waking up to go to the courthouse and do that. No. There is a process. And that process will go through the board. And unluckily for this man, the funny thing is the man is suing the head of the board and the president together. So the board is not even on his side. And he took that bogus case, that nonsense of a case in front of the courthouse. But the thing about the court is they will allow you to go through the due process. Because even when you are a man with a funny name like Yakpa Wolo and you are in America on a good status, they will give you listening ears. Not because you have something legitimate. It's because they have to allow you to speak your mind. They don't want to overlook anyone. So they will listen to you. So for a long time, they have been listening to him. But the main case is so funny in the way that one side he's concerned about he's acting like he's our God or the community God to sue like on behalf of the community. And the other side he's complaining about himself. I cannot log into the computer. I cannot access the account. I cannot do this. So are you trying to be in a derivative claim or bring a derivative claim or bring a direct claim? Because you are jumping both ways. You have your legs jumping around like frog. One end is about me, the other end is about the community, the other end is about corruption. So the judge just tried to it's like he probably did many maniple scissors up and down or heads and tails and just flip west side to put this man clean. And either way, the man was still going to be stranded because the Constitution. And they are not reading the Constitution well, and they are running with falsehood that the judge never touched the issue of membership. Now let's address the membership a little bit. Who mentioned the membership in their motion? The motion that was presented was from the lawyer of the administration. A judge cannot file a motion. They have to understand that. That's very basic. They got to understand that. A judge can never file a motion. The motion came from the lawyer of the administration. That was his motion. That was his request to dismiss the case. Hakiri have a lawyer or someone that is advising in legal or whatsoever, they could also file another motion and they could file something to stop that motion. Right? So, in this case, Kiri is lacking a legal counsel. He's lacking any way or form to stop the motion that was put before the judge. So now, what the judge did, for a few times without his or Kiri or trying to stop the motion or whatsoever, or the judge allowed the administration to win the case. So if you are reading the motion from the lawyer point of the administration, he spoke on few things. He spoke on membership. Of course, he's going to bring all type of things before the judge for the judge to dismiss the case. That's just good lawyer. You have to overwhelm the judge with enough reason for him to take this case and say, look, this is nonsense. So he touched on membership. He touched on the board having the power to do the things that Kiri was trying to do, and a whole lot of things in his motion. If you want to run around with his motion as fast, then, Mr. Kerry, you are also defeating yourself because you are going against this judge. You, Mr. Kerry, is the plaintiff, and the man is just fighting on behalf of the defendant. So everything he said in there, if you agree to it and you want to apply it to the association, that's your own business. That's your level of understanding, and you can run with it. You can carry it into your Santa Claus. You can carry it into your Never Judge Church members, and you can talk to them and say, this is why we see in the motion, and this is how the judge saw that motion without even mentioning anything about membership in that ruling. What he told you was you are lacking certain things to prosecute on behalf. The judge can read very well. Yeah, he's a judge. You understand the law. He saw the membership in the motion. He saw everything in the motion. Yet, he jumped over all that. And he just put you in check and put you in your place. It's like he told you as a young man, he said, have several seats, sit down, because you cannot do this on behalf of the association. And Young used to say that the judge will lock you up or whatsoever. I used to be laughing or whatsoever, because the judge had to be professional, because sometimes the judge probably just give you dirty slap. But because the judge was so mad that he don't even want to give you a day in court, that's why he did dismiss that case, because there is nothing there to argue. That's why he was being so professional with you and tell you, say you lack a proper requirement to prosecute on behalf. He didn't even say on yourself, because you are complaining about yourself and other things. He said on behalf of the association. On behalf of the association. You as a whole secretary say, oh, I'm a secretary, or me and everybody elected official, we are equal. Well, he just tell you that you're not equal with everybody in the, in the association. He told you clearly.
If your wife in the house come and say you and myself equal, I taking care of the kids and you taking care of the kids as well, you and myself equal, how will you feel? We equal on the same level. You can't tell me anything and listen. You know, the thing there is, Mr. Chairman, the thing there is, those guys, they've been having an intent for this community. They've been having an intent. And I can tell you, with the behavior of some of our young folks in our community, they always feed on negativity. They always want things, when something positive happens, the way they can be so, eager to talk about negative things, they can be so anxious to talk about positive things that happens in our community. So they want division. When people are limited, when people don't have the avenue to present themselves in the way that people will look at them positive, they always look for that negative thing to get those people that always, that don't make decisions for themselves, to follow them, that what those guys are doing. Mr. Kerry, right now, he lack or something that when he get in the public now, he's very much isolated. He has isolated himself in the community. And when he come, we always open arms to him though. But to him, he's not free to move around because of what he have done. So now they're coming up with another lies to convince the people that don't read and they don't take their time to read and go through such case. They just sit down and just listen to them and follow them. So they're looking for division in the community. They want their own group that will follow them. Then they want other group. Then we now that will come to balance the equation. Look, they can call some of us fake. They can call some of us sycophants. But yes, the same way you call sycophant and fake, when bad things happen, we jump on it. Whether you my pa, you my mom, will tell you in your face that this is it, it's not right. We should go and fix it. Yeah. Then now, when good thing happen, we will also celebrate a good thing. When a bad thing happen, we will say it out, and we're not shy away though. Even though we're speaking to the negative thing or the bad thing that are happy, we stay there, we join hands, we strategize and make it work. I expect. We're not saying don't speak of any bad thing. We're not saying, oh, don't say your mind, don't speak your mind. But speak your mind, come to the table with a solution. Let all of us sit down and brainstorm the solution that you are putting on the table for the betterment of the same community that you say you love. You see that? So those guys, they lack that. They lack it. So now they want division in the community. At one time, I heard one of our brothers in the community saying that, if Ohio can have two associations, what's about us? Other state have two associations. We can have the same two associations. I see some of our brothers creating another Liberian community chat room. They're putting people that believe in our chat room. And they continue to spread the propaganda and the lies around to convince more people to come on their side. And that's what they've done. That's what they continue to do. And that's their aim goal. Their aim goal here is not, the case is this, the case is that. They get a set goal. The set goal is to divide the community. And I'm here to tell them that our funders, the funders of LAI, the Liberian Association of Indiana, they fought so hard. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. We all know that it's not perfect. But at least we have a foundation that we are standing on. And we will build on it. We'll continue to strive for the betterment of that association. And Indiana Liberian Association will continue to strive and be better in the Midwest. And will become one of the vibrant Liberian community in the Midwest, if not the country as a whole.
The problem with the people is sometimes they can be lacking just basic understanding, and sometimes they don't understand that. Though they say with old age come wisdom, sometimes it's not always true. And the truth of the matter is, some people that they overlook, and some people that are younger than them or whatsoever have uncommon, have a type of intelligence and blessing that they cannot put their minds around. Because look, here is the case between the administration and Kerry. Boom, on the laps of all these people that know they are the architect, they are the know all and everything. They can analyze all these things right before their eyes, and they are seeing it in the open, and they are saying different thing, totally different thing. Now, there are few things here. They are either intentionally doing so to undermine the peace and progress of this administration, or they are just limited in understanding rating wars. I'm just sorry to say so. Because what you saw in that case, the judge went ahead and dismissed the case simply because the judge understood that Kerry, they make it not just dismiss the case at the beginning without listening. This is America. They are giving you the due process. He even asked him for evidence. And after all, this Kerry man, he keep entangling himself. He said, I don't have access to the account. I don't have access to the. Then the judge asked him for evidence. Then he go and print the account statement and carry it to the judge. But how? You said there's no access, but you are printing the statement. How you get a statement? So there's a lot of things he was running into the wall and just whatsoever. He was wasting his own time. And one of the things in the community is that people are looking for validation and trying to get love in all the wrong places. Now let me address that. I would rather be loved by the people who genuinely know me and understand me well than to go out there and seek it from people that really do not understand me. I always tell people I have one dear friend in this entire community, and the only person I can call my true friend, besides all my other associates, the only person I call my true friend is my little brother. That's the only man that understands me well. Not even my father that understands me well. Not even my mother. My little brother understands me well. And whether I'm in Indiana or outside of Indiana, whatsoever, he would know, because there's one thing, there's the way he talked to me or the way I talk to him, and he would just know like the state I'm in at a particular time. But people run around here trying to seek this type of validation from people, and they don't understand there are so many people in your community that are moving around and trying to manipulate you and trying to dirty you. Some people's character is already tainted, it's damaged, and they will drag you along just to be like them. A few weeks ago, we honored the elders in this community. A lot of young people stay away from that because they are not the center of attention. They have that chump-like behavior. If it's not about them, they are not interested. If they didn't start it, they are not interested. But look, yeah, it was your idea, and you brought it forward, and I said, we'll bring this idea to fruition. I will support you in this idea, though it's not mine. Because you have to support other people genuinely when they bring something good. And honoring the elders in this community was something good. Now, Kerry, he took his tax return. I think that the tax return time, everybody can be rich. So Kerry took the tax return money and go file this case. Oh my God. He took the tax return money and go file this case. Okay. And he put the case over there now. He balling, tax return baller, and he took the money and the judge, the judge said, okay, I will listen. Come over here, come with more evidence. And the people around him, they are not even contributing to all this process. I don't know even if they are giving him gas. I don't know even if Benny Alpha gave him some money because she over here saying this is fake news, but she didn't even contribute to Kerry lawsuit. I don't even know if my brother Logan chipped in and others. But Kerry was the only person standing here. Then every time he can, he go report to the people. And then they laugh behind his back. Because some of the very people that was talking to Kerry, after he left, said they are just using him. They are manipulating him.
Oh yeah. Let me drum you on that. Like the same people that were on the platform, they go on weekend, talking tabata, because things not in their favor. They're looking for ways now to frame the whole thing to continue to mislead the community. In fact, to continue to mislead those that are not reading. They continue to mislead them. The same people were standing. They were standing in a gallery. We get record of them. They were standing in a gallery knocking them chairs. That Kerry presented himself. So we were looking for a way to really store the operation of this administration. But since Kerry presented himself, we use Kerry to store. That was the exact quote. To store the operation of this administration. I was not there. Other folks were there. I was not just there alone. A lot of other folks in the community were in our gathering. They were just sitting looking. A lot of our peers in the community were there. And I can tell you it happened right there in Plainfield. I will not call horse. I will not call the person horse were at. But I'm just giving just for people to understand some of those things. So they will come up here, they are there, they're presenting themselves as we know too much here, I'm this, I'm that. We've been living in the community for record ages, so we know it's not about how long you have lived, it's about how well you have connected and maintained the relationship, the positive relationship with people in the community. So when we come up here, when you come in public and try to spill lies, and you feel that some of us will sit down and just listening and just like people that does that the people you call sycophants. People that will listen to the lies and just keep them mouth and just know I will mind my business and go. Some of us here, we will continue to come up against the lies and will tell the people what the truth are. The truth is there. The case we're talking about is a public record that anybody can go and you will print it out in your quiet time. The day you're not working, the day you not have no case around you, take that, read it line by line. It takes you 2 months to read the whole ruling. Read it and digest it. If you don't understand some legal terminology, Google it. Google will tell you the simple definition of that legal terminology that you don't understand. They will tell you for you to digest the case. Don't say here, someone who have lost the case. He said, if the case had gone to trial, Mr. Parker knew that he was coming to lose the case. Look, they just gave you, enough of time since January to we in almost October now, to September. Since January to September, they just gave you all those time. You think that the lawyer will blacking your way? If you say that, oh, the Constitution, they just misunderstanding themselves. They just play fool out of themselves. You come on and say, oh, the the document say we don't have membership status, but the Constitution say we have membership status. And the legal-minded person that went to court with your lawyer should have presented the Constitution, which is the supreme legal document that guard the operation of this association, and argue your case on that. This is a clause in the Constitution that says we have membership status.
Yes,
But you didn't do it. What stop you from arguing that case in front of the judge?
that's the problem. They are reading from the motion of the lawyer that was representing the administration. So in his motion, he said a few things, and he even talked about the way to prosecute through the bowl. It's in his motion. The power was resting on the shoulder of the bowl. And then he even argued about membership status and other things. But like you said, if Kerry and his group of people, a group of
lawyer, that's a lawyer because they are
loyalists. So all his people from his Never Die church, like Benny Afash is in the church and others, if they are all ready trying to help Kerry, we are going to put it together and hire a lawyer to counter argue everything that a lawyer from the administration will be saying. But look, as a good lawyer, you put everything before a judge for the judge to rule in your favor. And that's just what he was doing. He put everything out there. And no, we're not going to bring this lawyer to this community to kind of explain things for you guys. Why are we supposed to do that? The time for you guys to get a lawyer. If you want for us to spend more money, we'll spend more money, but we don't want to spend more money. We start spending money. The man told us he don't even want to take another money because the case was nonsense case. Because the man read the case and he said, okay, we will not, y'all keep the rest of the money you guys intend to spend, and I will just win this case because the person that I'm going against, the person is doing this and I say the ball. He bring kangaroo justice even here or court here, and he thinks he's a lawyer now or he's something else that everybody around him, they're just manipulating him. Like I said, the man's a bone on the chessboard, and for those that are around him, they should really seek his favor and his health first. Like, I don't think Kerry is in a good mental state right now. I don't want to diagnose. I'm not a psychologist or whatever, so I don't want to diagnose him.
I don't want to go that far, but absolutely not.
I really want for people to, as a elderly brother or senior man. I love the man. I spoke to the man before the man take the thing to the courthouse. I told him, you will not go anywhere. You are wasting your time. But oh no, the Bible says in the end time, people will be lovers of themselves and they will have itches ears. Itchy ear. Not only pastor can get put itchy ear. Your friend said when you get itchy ear, not only pastor can manipulate you, your friends all can manipulate you. So the thing is, the man went to his friends and they keep massaging his ego. The ego of a man is going to damage you. The one thing that can damage a man, no matter where he is in his career, his professional life, or anything, even in your household and whatsoever, is your ego. If you cannot manage your ego, it will damage you so easily. Kerry damaged himself in less than a year because of his ego. He couldn't manage his ego well. There are times that we all, as humans, we will have to put our ego out there. That we will have to say, look, Joseph, you can't talk to me like that, or Joseph, you can't do this, my little brother. You can't, or I have this right to say this stuff or whatsoever. Those times, yeah, sometimes they are genuinely they are. Those times they are. You have to use them, but always put your ego in check and make sure it's not misleading you or it's not trying to harm you, or because the very Bible said that they go to church. Most of the people, over 80% in your community, they say they are Christian or Bible believing Christian. Say God resists the proud and give grace to the humble. It's because of pride and ego and other things. That's why God make a lot of men or people in the Bible to go through certain punishment. Kira punished himself when he was listening to Bernice there and Logan there and everybody else lying to him. Say that there's a case. And he went over there, there's no case. And as a secretary, the man won. He went to election as a secretary, he won. Okay, you're running around here. And some of his claims, they were legitimate. When he talked about Chia and other people, we came in, we addressed that, we stood on his side, we told him this is how it's supposed to be. And we talked to Chia, and Chia take a backseat a little bit. But you cannot always be right. Always be right. And that's the thing about it. And all the group of people that was misleading this community Thursday, they owe this community an apology. To have a show, they should call the show an apology show. How that we went over there to Alec, we were reading something that we understand, and we really was misleading the community. Every one of them should go back on that show and start to apologize. But then we are talking about people with ego that are not common. Yeah, go ahead, yeah.
Yes. Hello? Yes. So like you were saying, Mr. Chairman, you know, hello? I called up for the show. Yeah, like you were saying, you know, those guys, they have to have a special show. How will you take, okay, you and myself in court, I bring my own stuff that, you know, to the judge that, oh, this is why I believe their case is not holding ground.
Then you say that true.
Yeah, they said that true. They said that true. Then they just agree with what I presented to the judge. Then you sat there and the judge that just take everything from what I presented. The judge, yeah. Hold on. Go ahead.
So the thing is, everything is there, our lawyers say is true, and that's why they are running on. So what was the need of all going to court in the first place? His motion is what you are basing as a plaintiff. How's a plaintiff running with a defendant's motion? My goodness. What? The motion I will file on behalf of the defendant and the guys on the other side, the plaintiff, they are running around. That's true. That's true. Really?
I filed my motion saying that what Joseph is saying is not true. Then Joseph will just kind of say, oh, yes, it's true. You know, what you have presented is true. Then you pass it around with you say it's true, it's true, it's true. You know, so what prevented your lawyer from arguing that this is what you is telling you is not true? What prevented your lawyer from arguing that? When he just agreed.
In a derivative claim, members can bring this lawsuit. That's why they classify his claim as a derivative claim. The TR 23-1 that they were talking about, it also talk about membership. So that's why the judge was very careful. He didn't say members. Or because Kerry is not member, so he cannot. No, he didn't refer to it like that. No. He said Kerry is lacking the proper requirement to persecute on behalf of the association.
You know, Kerry there can add that they know too much. When you add that you know too much, you will do the dumb stuff. You will do the thing that is least expected of you. People look up to Kerry in his community before the case or before he issue with his administration. People have Kerry on a higher pedestal in this community. Very high. Very high. Now, it has shown to a lot of us that Kerry have limited understanding of issues. When you have limited understanding of issues, you will be so much vindictive. Kerry, you are diving into people's personal life on the show. They're gone time. You are diving into the VP personal life. If some of the things that some of us know, if you think that you can make the investigation behind people, there are a lot of things like out there that when we bring it out, some of us bring it out. Kerry, you will put your hand on your head and say, "Oh, why are the people doing me like that?" But because we want a peaceful community, we don't want to dive into that. We are in a technological world where nothing is hidden about you. Yeah, even the job that you are working, if we want, even if you are being written out of job, we will see it and we'll present it. So don't come up and start diving into personal or life story of what have happened 10 or 50 years ago. Because you have nothing to present, you want to continue to mislead the few people that believe in you. You continue to mislead them, so you will be diving into people's personal things. Kerry, even the driving you're doing, when you test the yellow line, if you want to know if you drove today and test the yellow line, we'll show you that you test the yellow line.
Kerry is fishing. Kerry doesn't understand why we protect him from the community when he was running. The case is that Kerry, you are a married man. We are going to protect your household and your family. For Christ's sake, when you guys start to do go personal, you are defeating the purpose of community. And I saw some of the people that are supposed to be level-headed on that show. They are not trying to redirect Kerry. So you cannot be addressing this man's personal life from all the way Liberia. Look, you can say what you want to say about Richard. You can talk everything you want to talk about Richard. He did his in Liberia, or whatever you're talking about. You are just mostly focusing on Liberia. But right about Kerry, we are talking about America. America has your record and is right here that we have to protect for you to go over there. We suppress some things here for you. And sometimes the people we can try to go the extra mile for the people can try to make some up mind and piss us off, to be honest. Because some people in this place, they understand the length that will go for them. We press our own buttons for them, and then we try to make sure they are okay. But when you try to attack people and try to damage them in a way that you understand that you both have, there's family on both sides. Richard has a family, Kerry, you have a family. So when you are dealing with someone, another head of a family, you got to be careful, especially when the person have a wife and children. For me, when you try to damage me or whatsoever, maybe you'll just be damaging me because no woman will be in my ear, be telling me, say, Joseph, that you been talking about again, I'll go to bed, I'll sleep sound. Maybe my mom and dad might hear what you say and they know about me, so you cannot explain about me to my parents. But there's nobody attached, no wife here in my ear or trying to. And my daughter don't listen to the Liberian English and listen to what happened to her dad. Anyway, when she gets to the point that she starts to understand that her dad gets such a mouth, maybe I will start to cool down. And maybe I'll leave your community. By that time, I'll be living somewhere down in Florida or whatsoever. But for now, I just decided to take a back seat. But when I see another man trying to damage another man with family involved and putting his stuff out there, Kerry said, do not be in the glass house and throw a stone. You are in the very good glass house. It's a pink house. Pink house. A high-rise pink house, Kerry. It's on the hill. We can see it on the hill. Be careful. Even my brother Logan, I always talk to him as the same thing. I said, be careful. Sometimes when we try to do these things, when we try to go too much, to where we try to do people real dirty, and you are in a pink house, a glass house, man, you are setting yourself up for some real awakening. So be careful. And we come back to this case, is the fact of the matter is you guys should accept defeat. You will learn from your defeat more than your successes. Look, you don't understand. People want to be successful all the time. Everybody you see that has been successful in life, they will tell you that story, that in that story there is a page or chapter about defeat. A defeat will make you to think different. Failure will make you to think different. You have to reanalyze, recalibrate, and you have to think. Now, in engineering, they call it reverse engineering. Sometimes, you face the product, you get everything and whatsoever. Then you try to figure out how many ways the product can fail. You have to break it down and tear it apart and figure out that when you put the product out there, the common man using it, maybe they might use it the wrong way, and then they will understand that when they use it the wrong way, it can fail. Like for a car, it's supposed to get gas, or for the car oil, the same amount of oil you put in the car. You have to reverse engineer and make sure that when someone put palm butter or red oil, toboggy oil, rather than the oil that's supposed to come from AutoZone, you have to understand why that oil will not work with the car. So when you get something this way, you cannot have tunnel vision to understand it this way. You have to understand it from all angles. And that's why we are lacking back home in Liberia. We need critical thinking to carry Liberia forward. Liberia is not going to move forward based on just the yelling and from people who claim to know book or claim to know it all when they cannot really critically think. A critical thinking is very essential to America. Matter of fact, sometimes they put you in room for you to come up with solution to ideas because you are a critical thinker. They want you to do that. And you will have to understand that. And that's why sometimes when people come or run with cases and whatever, or someone come and lied about somebody to you and you didn't hear the other person's side of the story and you start running with it and say, that's Joseph. And that's very wrong. And that is something that is always going to be in the Liberian and African community. Because of the way you feel about me, and someone bring a story to you, and then you amplify that story without checking to see if it's factual.
You know, most of the things he was saying on the show that day, somebody with logical thinking will say and say, but when they may just contradicting himself. You say the association lawyer presented this, that the association don't have a member and this and that, but you are the custodian. You are still the custodians of this document you're talking about. So you could not read the document thoroughly before you could go to court. You could not read and digest what is in the organization day-to-day activities. And you sat there, you went to court, and you get the other document in your hand. It is saying that the article is saying membership, but how you call it, the filing that the lawyer did, the lawyer say that there is no membership, but you get the other constitution in your hand. So what prevented you the question people should start asking query? So what the lawyer said. So you could not counter how the lawyer claimed. So you just believe the lawyer and went by what the lawyer said. So what prevented you from arguing that this is not true? This is the other document right here that So the judge will look at it and say, but when if you cannot come back and say, no, I have the Constitution here that guides us. This is the Constitution, and the lawyer is talking about the article incorporation, but this is the Constitution. The lawyer will look at both documents that you both submitted and will make his or her decision based on the document. But I just go and them my filing, and you say, oh yes, it's good. It's good. Kere is misleading this community. Kere will not sit here. You will not sit here for you to continue to mislead our people, and will be happy with it. And those that are backing Kere, that claim that they love this community, they are in an organization. The reason why people were taken out of the chat room, the organization they're part of are doing the same thing. They're not saying nothing wrong with that. They are not saying nothing wrong with it though. When they created another chat room, said they lost the community. Why everybody in the community, the chat room they created, why everybody not in that chat room? They went and pick and choose and put people in the chat room they created. They said they for everybody in the community. Why they could not put everybody in the chat room they created? But they will come and be, they just have an intent of dividing the community.
And the thing is,
because I can tell you today, I'm not part of the chat room they created. Joseph is not part of that chat room.
You see,
Joseph part of it, I don't know.
You see, the thing is, the amended article, the amended article the lawyer talked about, the amended article the lawyer spoke about, that it should not have members or carry Jima said the word member used by codes when it comes to business organization is not the same as member used in the organization. Jima is right. That's Jima speaking from the legal point of view or whatsoever. The thing is,
that's a lawyer, not just
the article, like she said, the members is not the same as a business organization. And that's just stuff they don't even understand. There's so many ways. The article, let's talk about the article a little bit. 2011 article, that's what he referred. The constitution that they are running with is the constitution is younger than the article that he referenced in 2011. The constitution is a 2012 constitution. That in that 2012 constitution, the first line spoke about membership.
Mm-hmm. It's something, if you argue, the lawyer and the judge will listen to him.
This body can come together and decide on what they want to govern themselves by. They voted on their constitution. The constitution is younger than the article that the man referenced. But the thing is, the man was just doing it's a request, it's a motion. The man is not telling you that everything he put over there, they are actually fact or whatsoever. That's his motion. And the judge is doing his thing.
Yep. And that what Jima is saying is right.
That's why the board has legal standing, like that. She said, a non-profit. Like,
yes.
That's why
we are non-profit.
No. The thing is, the judge was not arguing about Kerry's membership. Go back to what the main ruling was. The main ruling was not about Kerry's membership. The man said lacks the required standing in order to prosecute derivative claims on behalf of the association. He didn't tell you, say, Kerry, you're not a member or whatsoever. That's not membership that man was talking about. He knew the channel for which the case that he's talking about, who's supposed to. And Jima is saying right here, it's supposed to be the board. But unfortunately for us, the man is even suing the board and the president, everybody else. And until they can understand some of these basic things, important lines and stuff, I don't know where they can go. Like, because if a non-profit just get people just waking up every morning, just going down to the court, I think there will be so many lawsuits over there that I can give my due, and then when there's no program this year whatsoever, I say, okay, I pay $60, there's nothing, I'm going to go sue them. You know how many times people will be going downtown to just be suing because anybody can just wake up and go over there? Or you want to overwhelm the court with nonsense? When you already have a structure here, that's why you have the board. That you just wake up one morning and say, okay, I'm feeling good today. Let me go sue this not-for-profit organization. Let me go sue AIR. Okay, the way the president talked to me today, I like the way he said hi to me. I'll go and sue the president. These are some of the things that you have to cut back on. So you have the structure that you have to follow. And until they can follow this structure, then I don't know. So you going out there and say, oh, there's nobody like the board control there whatsoever. No, the board is doing that job. You want to talk about the board, how you want to talk about the board, that's your business. The board is there to do their job. The board is supposed to be there. Yet, your rights and privilege as a member is still there. You still have your membership. You can still do things and be relying on your membership. You can always go to the board with your complaints. So, for all the people who decided to read this, like they are in Nimba Kante or Sani Kwede Code and explaining it to the old people there who don't know English and trying to manipulate them or trying to make the old people to figure out that they really know what they're talking about. They should go back and read again and understand the thing well. Like I said, Okere is supposed to drop that case long time.
They were not reading the ruling. They were not reading the ruling. They were reading the petition that the lawyer filed. That what they were reading to the people. The judge ruling, they left it out. That's not be corrupt in your advocacy. If you really want for the people to know the truth, why you left the judge ruling out and you read it from the lawyer or motion?
Man, just to deviate a little bit on a bigger case in America, P. Diddy posted a bond of $50 million in New York. $50 million. The prosecutor, they tell the judge, say, no, don't accept that. That man gonna stay inside there or whatsoever. Okay, the prosecutor, as soon as they see the $50 million, say, okay, we agree. The thing I post saying that true. That's why the people look here. You on the other side. You on this side, they on this side. You running as a plaintiff in support of the plaintiff. You running with the motion from the defendant.
From the defendant. But you leaving the judge just to confuse the public. You leaving the judge ruling out and running with the motion from the defendant. Can you imagine? You know, and when we try to tell them, they call us sycophants, they call us this, they call us that. You know, but we accept it. It's good to be sycophants in doing the right thing.
The first thing they got to understand is they got to
be misleading people.
They got to defend that side. They can't be wearing IE and Barrow jersey at the same time. If you're playing for IE, playing for IE. If you're playing for Barrow, playing for Barrow. Defend your side and run with your side. If you want to be on Kerry's side, follow everything Kerry is saying, but stay away from that motion that was given for the administration.
And what we believe the judge should dismiss the case on. So what was your own belief? What was your own belief?
Hello? Hello? Yeah? Yeah. Yeah, you're live on the table.
Thank you. This is Ben Oliver.
Ben Oliver, go ahead. You're live.
Okay, thank you. How earlier on you had discussed issue concerning the FI Bank.
The FI Bank?
Yeah, the bank relating to Richie Boyer Jr.
We didn't talk about FI Bank.
We didn't talk about the bank, but is there something you want to say? Continue to that. I mean, we talk about people talking about Richie. We didn't talk about his bank issue.
Okay. Yeah, because I followed somebody called me similarly on another talk show. I think sometime last week, a friend of mine was following your show, and
we're not hearing him.
Robert Carey, I think Robert Carey or Kelly, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, go ahead, Robert Carey. Go ahead, say what you want to say. Yeah.
Yeah, throwing all allegations that I'm a fugitive and Richie Boyer is a fugitive. In fact, let me establish, Richie and myself worked together before when he was in Liberia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I called particularly to debunk and tell you people clearly that Robert is lying, Richie is now a fugitive, and I'm now a fugitive because I'm currently in Liberia and work in Liberia. in relation to the case now. Because we took when the bank accused of were almost like a 12 staff member.
Okay.
Accused of being involved in a lot of issues in the bank. They took out the court. After we went to court, at a certain point in time, the bank left the case. It took some time. They wouldn't go to court. In fact, we dragged it to court. We dragged it to the court. We went through the case, and we won the case 2019. We won the case, and we were issued clearances. Everybody got their clearance, including Richard. In fact, I the one sent Richard clearance to the state after the lawyer received it, because I was a close friend. I sent Richard clearance to the state. Go to criminal cosina. Go there, the records are all clear and there.
Okay.
I sent Richard clearance. So that Robert Kerry or whatsoever person who come over and talking, spilling all out of stuff that make no sense is lying. In fact, those allegations from the bank, even the bank had no such thing in it. For instance, I'll give you one reference. For instance, Erin Kokon, who is in jail in America.
Yes.
I was the auditor. Erin Kokon was by then whatsoever to the airport. She was, I think, the managing director. She came in. Some of the reasons they accused her, let me tell you, she came in to carry on transaction. In fact, she was not the only signatory to the account, and she wanted to carry on transaction. We, the bank staff, those handling the transaction, said no, they can't go through. And she took it upstairs to the bosses. The late James Daly, President Zedison, and OKA, it's their process. We process transaction. Then the next day, LCC came and grabbed people and carried them to jail. Say, oh, you participated in the fraud. How can that be? When the GeoStar saw the transaction and saw that it did not meet requirement to be processed, and said, no, we're not processing it. Then it went upstairs to the bosses okay, and said that instruct and say process, you process, and then later someone can grab you and say you to court or say you to jail, say you are involved in corruption whatsoever.
Okay.
You know, these are issues. That's why the case dragged. And we dragged them to court. And we won the case against the bank. Go to criminal proceed. If you know anybody more, make the connection. And then go to follow on the case.
What's the name again?
People like Robert Kerry and then getting on the internet and trying to tarnish people's reputation, he will get me to contend with.
What's that?
Someone who will just remain in America.
What's your name again?
Hello?
What's your name? Your name again?
Not breaking. Hello?
Yes, I'm asking for your name. Yeah, I can hear you. What's your name again? The man left the line. The main line is breaking in. You know that Liberia. The man called from Liberia, 231 number from Liberia to debunk the case concerning Rachel.
The thing about, let me just say something on that. The thing about Robert Kerry then want to malign people's reputation and characters in this place, digging into people, case they don't know nothing about. The same thing he didn't read thoroughly on the document that he used to take the organization to court. That the same thing he's doing to the vice president, Richard. You don't know nothing about the case. You just heard they say, because Robert Kerry showed proof to us on the on Logan platform the 2 nights ago that he know nothing. He only based his stuff on they say, because when he said he also said that he heard they say that Parker was corrupt. So it was in his mind when he went to work with Parker. So as soon as Parker said one thing, he will not validate what Parker is saying, because people said to him that Parker was corrupt. Boom. He just concluded on it. They say that people told him that Parker was corrupt. That the same thing he's doing with Richard. You are not you don't know the nitty-gritties of this case that you are referring to. Take your time and research the case. It's a public record. Because you are lack the patience to read, you only base your stuff on they say. You come up here and just malign people's record based on this case. Based on this say, with no tangible proof. The judge gave you time to present your proof, you failed to present the proof. And the lawyer of the organization went and filed a motion, and you agree on the motion. You run it with it that you the light of the community because you agree everything that the lawyer, your opponent said in court. So why did you went to court? You went to court to listen to your opponent? You went to court to agree everything that your opponents said? Then I mean you have no case. That judge, if I were that judge, you stay in jail since the dismissal of that case. I would determine 3 months of jail time for you for wasting my time on such a bogus case.
And I got to just address something very quick. Now nobody can say here that Dr. Family ready in this community. This man, he has been there for the community. While he's taking care of the 501c3. We all can have a disagreement with the old man. But there's one thing that you cannot argue, that he surely and really care about the community. Whether it's the way he do it, he's going to do it wrong sometimes. It's not always going to be right at times. But he genuinely care about this community. If he's not even forget about the position about serving as a board whatsoever, and he's talking to people far younger than him, like it can be his children. He's trying to solve their problems and issues. If we have to make our elders to take a back seat for us to run this community, we have to do it with respect and dignity. We have to admire old age and not demonize them. Look, for someone who has been doing this for community time and time, from the young people to, like, since I came to this community, he's been a key figure. The name is there. And I can always laugh with him, especially like even Papi Ibi. I'll be laughing at Papi Ibi. Those are people I see around a lot of times. Now, if you have a way of things that he's doing that is not right, maybe you look. The thing about it is this old man is waiting for a good dialogue. You can go to his house and dialogue with him if you're doing it respectfully. And he's not afraid of listening to a young person. But there's a way you can tell Dr. Family thank you, or without demonizing his old age or his involvement. The person is calling from Liberia again. I think it's the same guy. Let me pull it through quick. Yeah, hello?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah.
Sorry, I apologize, man. My internet tried to ring here service, so it kind of fluctuating.
It's okay. What's your name again?
My name is Bien O'Darcy.
Bien O'Darcy. You from Lofa County?
Of course I am.
Yeah, I know my Lofa County brother when I hear them. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me again apologize. I think you were not a show, but one mostly looking show, because a friend of mine too in the States that we don't follow some of your activity more, especially your show on Facebook, or everybody we are the other family member in the US. She called me the other time. I think it was sometime last week.
Okay.
So that's why I see, of the fellow on the internet, there's a show, the Facebook podcast stuff, accusing you, I think, when one breaking and all the people that you guys are fugitive, you find it looking for you people and whatsoever. So again, just I think an hour ago, one of one of my colleagues that were in the case again, a female, she still said, because after that thing happened, she must have had a conversation. So she was just watching your show. But as she told me, I said, but then just screenshot whatsoever number they got there. Let me call.
Okay.
What you doing now? He could be sued for that. If you're in Liberia, I want to take a lawsuit against him. On a serious note. Why you be damaging other people's reputation? Calling me fugitive. How fugitive will be in Liberia and working in Liberia government? The Liberian government looking for them.
Exactly.
So all the allegations, they are lying. Now we won the case. Everybody got their clearances. A lawyer received our clearances. Were there. I think I will send you a Facebook post if I'm not mistaken. After we won the case at the Supreme Court, Inform Criminal Proceed. After we issue our clearances, you see people jubilating. I think I got a video of that.
Yeah, send me screenshot or picture or something.
I'm the one send Richard clearance to him in America. I did. When a lawyer received it, when our lawyer received everything I did, they just repeat to us. I sent Richard clearance to him in the US. So why would one want to work on a carry whatsoever it means that get on the internet, public media, calling names and calling people of fugitive and tarnishing our reputation? That character assassination there.
Yeah.
Yeah, character assassination there. Now, even a fast and Richard will see in the state there. Let him take legal action against the man. Take legal action against the man.
Yeah, that's a defamation of character. He's trying to.
I will try to get to Richard. I will try to get to him.
Yeah, so
try to connect somebody to get to him.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for calling. Thank you very much for clarifying. If you have any stuff, you can reach out to me and send it to me. I can forward it here. But thank you very much. Like you said, you are working in the government. You are in Liberia. You are not running anywhere. You are not under the desk or under cover. You are right there. So if they are saying you are a criminal, or like they are saying, I don't think you'll be out there in the open and go and buy your business like that. But these are the things that people will say, and sometimes they don't follow the evidence and they don't follow the truth, and they just try to obtain other people's character or whatever. But the thing that they don't understand is you can going to court and facing the law is not a criminal offense. You can go to court and win. A lot of people going to
be accused. Everybody can be accused of wrongdoing.
Going to court, you can go to court. You can get accused as many times and you can win. That's why the court house is for.
Thank you.
I don't understand. It can be in newspaper. It can be in newspaper. It can be on news. It can be anywhere. Look, even in America, criminal defense lawyers are there for a reason, because sometimes even criminal defense lawyers, they go to court with all the evidence and the opposing evidence. The lawyer is very good. The person will walk away free. They don't understand how the process works. The thing is, until the court can find you guilty and make you to pay for the time or punish you, you are not a criminal. No, you are not a criminal.
That's the ignorant people like Bravo and Kiri or whatsoever his name are. That's what they're living with. They got not school to a lot of things. So they tell open up more, they tell put your wild allegation, tarnish people, assassinate people's character.
Yeah.
You know how many persons on the internet watching and hearing my name? You see, I told you I just got a call from where the US, 2 different occasions last week. One is looking whatsoever, he looking or something on your show. And just today, I got a call too. You know, someone tell me, so I watched the show, the same thing you discussed, we talk about. They somebody on another show, yeah, I think they talk about it, you know, something related to it. So I said, okay, give me that number, let me call.
Yeah. So we thanks for calling, thanks for participating. Thank you for clarifying. Go and buy your business. Enjoy your Saturday. We appreciate you calling here and clarifying. Take care of yourself and keep on doing your job out there. We'll tell you thank you.
Thanks for the opportunity.
All right. Bye-bye.
So that is there, brother. The man can yet talk. He talk. You know, now I understand Kerry issue. You know, there are a lot of things that on Kerry that some of us know that we don't want to talk about. But he yet forget about his problem. You want to sit on a platform and be discussing other people. Yet they will sit down and say they want the betterment for community. He said he took the association to court because he want something to be done right. But what he failed to realize is if you want something to be done right, make a research so that when you go there to make it right, you're making it right on a very good solid ground. But you didn't make your research. The document in your head is in your face. You did not make no research, but yeah, you want to come up and say you want to make something right. You don't know nothing. You basing everything on this because somebody sitting somewhere pushing you, say, do it. We're behind you. We'll support you. But yeah, you come, you say, oh, I'm a man with principle. Principles of lies, principle of doing something that you don't have no idea of. Is that the principle? Is that the man of principle you want to become? That you can boast on in public? You make a principle that your principle behavior is based on they say, on hearsay. Look, man, this community is here to stay, and it will stay. We met it here, we live it here. Our children will live it here. Our children will grow there, and they will live it here. Another generation can, they will live it here. The association will continue to be here. So the association will continue to be here. Our children will come and stay on it too. Just how the founders did it, and we came and we're standing on it. Our children will stay on it, and they will live it for their own children too. And they will come and stay on it. Generation can generation go. They will stay on it. It's not perfect, but we strive to make it better.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let's try to wrap it all here. I know you have a long day, a long weekend ahead. And thanks for representing the Liberian community out there. You guys be out there safe. ULI event ball tonight. Go out there, see new people.
We eat General Assembly. Yeah, we eat General Assembly. We're having lunch now, so I will.
All right. Wrap it up quick so I can go out of here too as well.
Yeah, so that is the Liberian community. The truth is out there. What Logan platform was based their argument on the one time. It was based on the motion that the lawyer filed. They were not reading to you the ruling from the judge. So on Tuesday or on Friday or on Saturday, if Logan come back on, you ask Logan, where is the ruling from the judge? Let Logan present the ruling from the judge instead of reading from the motion that the lawyer filed. And you're asking also where is the motion from Kere Unosa of the IO2? Then they present it when Pacos when the association lawyer present their motion. What was Kere argument against the motion? You ask Logan that he presented too. Because Logan bringing all those things out. Because when he first came up with his whole team, he read again from the motion from the association lawyer. He did not read from the argument against the association motion. He did not present that document. So you're asking, you should not just hear things and just go by it and say the community is divided. Our community is solid. It will continue to stand. The Liberian community in Indiana is one of the vibrant and will remain the vibrant in the Midwest and will continue to make it look, it will stand tall out there. It will be the light of the Midwest. I will tell you that. So I want to say thank you, Honorable Chair, for taking time to discuss the issue and clear the doubt from the minds of our people. Let them be good and let us unify for the betterment. We're not saying we should not talk about the bad thing happening in our community. We should also celebrate the good thing that happening in our community. We should not be anxious to talk about the bad thing and not be anxious to talk about the good thing. So I want to say thank you.
Yeah, hello. Come on. Yeah. Hello. You calling on the show? Huh? All right, say what you want to say. All right, quick. Call your name and say what you want to say.
My name is Richard Piboya Jr.
All right, go ahead.
I'm the Vice President of the Liberal Association of Indiana.
All right, go ahead.
First and foremost, I just want to say a very big thanks to you guys for the show. I normally don't do these things because I'm a private person and I always got to keep my responsibility at high esteem.
I respect myself. I'm not going to work with anybody on anything. I think I sent you 2 documents that led to the first claim of Mr. Kerry when it comes to $3,000 our rating before the president left for Liberia before the inauguration. They decided to know that Mr. Kerry was also the person who did that letter and sent over to the board for approval for that $3,000 to be written for the inauguration. I recall him talking about $3,000 that the president signed on.
Mr. VP, be audible, please.
Then the second $3,000 has to do with the lawyer payment. There was no $10,000 that was charged the association. It was $3,000. And I wrote the communication to the board for the approval for the second $3,000. The first $3,000, Kerry was part and parcel of that economic writing. In fact, it was he, the president, and Fatima that went to the bank to withdraw that $3,000. That he claimed that the president, did it on a fraudulent way. Kerry should go back home and honestly have to settle his marital issue first. People don't want to engage people in the game.
No, Mr. VP, please, just stick to the topic.
Let me be very frank with you. If somebody wants to feel that they are superheroes, there's something that look. They don't want us to do community engagement here. When it comes to character, I can go to his job that he used to work for before he started doing Uber job. And I will give him the funding of the reason why he's not on that job again. But let's come back to community issue. I just want to clear that part when it comes to the president needs about the first $3,000 that were given to the inauguration committee that he came and was part of. And when it comes to America's banking system, they don't need 2 persons to sign. Whether you can be 5 on a listing, 1 person sign, 1 person's signature, and the name is on that form. The bank will honor it. Unlike Liberia banking, where they have to say A and B, B, C, or D, something.
Yeah, they bring kangaroo banking here. They were asking Fatima why 2 persons can sign on a check. They think in America that 2 persons, they think that 2 persons can sign on check in America.
No, God. Allah. Let that person say the bank that can do it. Allah. People don't know about anything. You call yourself professional person. You are just cameraman in Liberia to defend. You know people that know you. You ever work in a professional environment before?
Man.
Then you go to scanning other people who character. You know what I mean? Anybody can be accused, but to exonerate yourself. If Kel was to win the case or he had won this technical case, it could have been something different. The only thing I can take care of is with a letter of resignation. And how big you receive a reply. Nobody can be saying and listen to people on talk show talking this and that.
All right, Mr. President, Mr. Vice President.
That is men that have fought hard to build his character. You call it a man fraudulent. You can compare your characteristic with that of Mr. Parker. You don't even have a leadership skill. That kind of attitude. Info. That's why he was saying on looking sure that when he see people in the street, he can speak to them. Because we are gentlemen. When you stretch your hand, we'll also do the same. But that does not mean that somebody really after you. You ever see anybody call your phone or seek validation from you? Do you know the difference between Constitution and Article of Incorporation? Thank you. I'll see you.
All right. Thank you very much. That's the VP of Liberian Association of Indiana. Jan, thank you very much for hanging out with us on the Saturday. No, a few things here. Something something the VP talked about quickly. Let me touch on it. Tomorrow, Nimba County. Not Nimba County. Excuse me, not Nimba County. I gotta do this for my people from Kidman. Great Kidman people in Indiana. I gotta do this for them. NACA Indiana, is that National Association of Cape Mountaineers? Yes. National Association of Kid Martinez. I think their charter probably in India, not tomorrow. 2 p.m. They will be at 62nd Park, Cassava Leaf competition. I think the people from Cape Mount, they say cassava leaf that
I'm just eating cassava leaf.
Yeah, so tomorrow we'll be out there, 62nd Park, 5253 West 62nd Street, Indianapolis, Indiana 46268. Out there. Cape Mount. They'll be outside, but you have to support Cape Mount just how you can support Bond, just how you support Nimba, just how you support the Southeasterner, you have to support Cape Mount. They will be out there, cassava leaf competition. Go out there, taste it, and I'll tell them who cassava leaf is the best. So let's go out there and try to support them. I think they are trying to get some funds. I think they have maybe a convention that is coming up, or I think in October. I'm not sure. I think somewhere in Charlotte. I know I got friends out there in Charlotte, but yes. So tomorrow, 2 p.m. But if you're in church a little bit longer, you can go after 2. They'll be at the park, of course. You know, take your time, get there, and try to spend a couple of bucks, and yeah, just support them. So 2 p.m. tomorrow. That's where you should be. 62nd Park. Yeah. A few things real quick before I leave here. Next thing I heard about, I was forgetting about that, and Richard made mention of that. Or people talking about Fatima signing on the check, or the president signing on the check. Why? Or two persons not on the check, one person signing or whatsoever. If they can go to any bank in America and show me where they will show you the line. They say 2 signatures on the check line. Then they will have a case. I hate when people just be messing things up. If you come from Liberia, with your 1847 mentality, banking has evolved. This is America. Look, you cannot come over here with some dinosaur idea from way back in the zoo and every place. I don't know where you guys be getting this thing from. One person can sign on that because the person is a signatory to the account, and you guys will have to agree, and the person can go there. Even if 2 people go over there, one person will have to sign. You got to be a signatory to the account. So again, stop misleading that because one person signed on the chair, fraud is going on. Your money is in good hands. And I'm not going to speak for Mr. Parker Carrito. That would just be, I would be wasting my time. I will tell you guys, I get to know the man before the man became president of your association. Mr. Parker was working for an organization, and he was a manager. I will repeat. Mr. Parker was working for an organization, and he was a manager. So this is not somebody because you guys trusted him, so all of a sudden he will change. Why make you think somebody in the West, in America, a whole organization with so much money? I'm talking about an organization that is bringing in millions now. We're not just talking about behind the whole organization. Bringing in millions. They said he was able to be a manager in that organization or that place of work. My uncle father was there too as a manager, and somebody big over there. So when people build that character and other people just sit back in the backseat and just try to damage it overnight, you guys should really seek Jesus and search your soul. Because some of you guys, like the things you guys are involved in, is to just keep making everybody around you to be insignificant and to downgrade them because you want to be the only king or the only rooster in town. I'm sorry, we are in the West. You cannot be the only rooster in town. I'm sorry. Now, nobody cared about what you got going on. You are not feeding nobody. And you have to make sure that when other people are striving and doing things in their own area, you got to respect that. You got to bring dignity to the work they are doing. Don't just look at and open your mouth and just try to damage them based on rumors and things that are not factual. Because if that's where your thinking is, and if that's how you operate, sooner or later it will catch up with you. The truth cannot be buried for too long. Again, you guys have to be careful. Be careful how you try to damage others. Because as you try to damage others, you know that your time is coming. Now, again, thanks to everyone that was listening. Thanks to everyone that came over here. We just decided to discuss about the community of Liberians living in Indiana for a quick second, because there's a Rudy out there and people are sharing lies, complete lies. But again, we will talk truth to power. We continue to talk truth even when our voice is shaking. You know, when we talking, sometimes we have to talk because we give you the truth. It's gonna hurt sometimes, but it's gonna heal. And that's how it's supposed to be. So now that you know that the ruler out there is a ruling and there's a motion, go out there and be careful how you discuss this matter. Do not mislead the community. Because some of you guys, the intent of the people that are carrying the falsehood and lies and trying to be, all this is to divide the community, for them to rule a certain part, for them to be important in a certain part. They're trying to bring the Ohio style of organization to Indiana. But we are looking at them and we understand where they are trying to go. But they will fail. They will fail continuously. Once again, enjoy your weekend and tell the people you love how much you love them, because we are living on borrowed time. Have a good Saturday.